So, the new edition of Warhammer Underworlds is here, EMBERGARD, with a very expected Skaven versus Stormcast matchup. I'm always pretty underwhelmed to see more Stormcasts, but they are, apart from the mega-sized Shin leader who looks very derpy, pretty good sculpts at least. But as expected, this Skaven would always trump the golden boys here. That mini doom wheel is pretty awesome in my opinion. This of course also means that we will leave Wintermoor unfinished with only the 2 starter set warbands closing out the season, which feels very weird and a bit sad to be fair, and unworthy in my opinion. And we move instead into the realm of Akshi, the realm of fire, and the ruins of EMBERGARD. So let's stop dilly-dallying. It is a complete and utter overhaul of the game. One of the likes we have never seen before. Gone are, from what I can tell, the faction cards, but that does not necessarily mean deck building is gone, but I will get back to that one. Gone is also the 2 board setup, so sadly I think all of your existing boards up until this point is sadly useless for now, unless you play an older version of the game. We now use 1 big board, which I guess means also then that friendly, enemy and no one's territory is a thing of the past. I, just like some of you old-timers, have a hard time processing the amount of overhaul that this means with the warbands in this box. And yeah, new card backs yet again, by the way. Now comes with a war scroll card with some fancy mechanics all summarized on 1 card, which I am fairly optimistic about as an isolated feature of the overhaul, I guess. This is what the war scroll card looks like, and as a side note here, they seem to have gotten the reaction wording gone away with, and also seems to be calling activations action steps now, which I always messed up anyway. So I said card building isn't necessarily gone, but it seems very different and scaled down. So apparently no faction decks. I could well be wrong on this, but since I see no faction cards teased in the trailer here for either warband and generally how they talk about the game now, I am betting that this is indeed the case. But we do rather get 4 arrival decks included in the box based on the playstyles Strike, which is basically aggro, Take and Hold, Flex and something called Mastery. So my understanding of this is basically that if you simply want to play a game of Rivals format, you pick one of these decks and basically add your warband to them. And if you mix and match, which they say that you can actually do, I guess that's basically what Nemesis is now then, but I'm sure it'll get some new fancy name as well. So the warbands in the EMBERGARD box is the Ember Watch, the Stormcast patrol sent to protect the valuable Ember Stones below EMBERGARD, while Sitik's Tunnel Pack tries to steal it from them. So let's take a look on a fighter card here and digest what we are seeing a bit more. Here is Tsikit and his uninspired side. He is then 4 move, 2 dodge, 4 life, and then very interestingly it says 3 glory. So I guess this now means that he is going to be worth 3 glory to take out of action, which is a totally new direction, of course. And then at the bottom we see 2 attack profiles, nothing really new there, and in the top right corner we see the leader symbol, that's the old symbol, and the warband symbol as well. They also talk about crits no longer dominating the game, so expect a overhaul there. Maybe like 2 or 3 successes will equal a crit. Maybe there will be some exciting changes there, which is something that we have discussed in the community, so that's not necessarily something negative at all. And they also say that dead cards bricking your hands won't be an issue anymore, or at least less so. But I don't really know what that means. So yeah, that's pretty much all we know so far. A lot to take in, of course, and I would very much like to hear what you think of all this. I don't really know what to make of it as of yet, but I know I love the game as it stands now, so I really hope that the game still feels the same, even with such drastic changes coming our way. Make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content. I'm sure there'll be plenty more to talk about very shortly, so stay tuned. Take care. Bye.